Like Doc Hopper, it seems Disney is determined to make being green even harder than it ever was before. We here believed, as did many others, that Disney was going to destroy Muppetvision 3D at Hollywood Studios, the last project that Jim Henson ever worked on. But now, good news may be on the way. It seems the backlash from you, me, and everybody in between may have saved the Muppets Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of every background, stripe, age, belief, welcome aboard to the Pro Channel. We're happy to have you. Our job is to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. Your job is to, well, enjoy. Folks, it's a lesson today in what can happen at Disney if enough people sway them to do the right thing. And this lesson is brought to you totally for free. You're on scholarship, no tuition required. Folks, today we're talking about just how much Disney apparently heard in terms of gruff when they thought in concept art they might destroy Muppetvision. Is this perhaps a revelation that Disney might be reconsidering destroying Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America? That, I think, is a steeper hill to climb, but I believe, folks, that enough time and enough complaint and enough, shall we say, common sense sent the way of Disney could turn them, just as they have switcherooed this one. We'll tell you about it with the panel right now. Marvin, you're the author of this one. Let's bring it up on the screen right now. Turns out That Park Place is yet again the website we're going to. This by Marvin Montanaro. Former animator reveals what Disney is tearing down for Monsters, Inc. land at Walt Disney World. Are the Muppets safe? Folks, I think we may have saved Muppetvision. Can we save Tom Sawyer Island? I don't know yet. Marvin, I'm going to defer to you in just a moment. When Walt Disney Parks and Experiences announced a brand new Inverted Monsters, Inc. roller coaster coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios, guests were immediately wondering where the new attraction and accompanying Monstropolis land was going to go. Many initially feared that the monsters would be moving into the spot currently occupied by Jim Henson's Muppetvision 3D and the surrounding Grand Avenue area that marks the entrance to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Marvin, can I get a Kermit voice real quick, please? You got one? You got a quote?
Hi-ho! Don't tear down our theater, please! Yay!
Very well done. But on a recent live stream episode of the Tammy Tucky Show. Tammy Tucky Show. Now that's a great
I was not familiar with her work, but she seemed delightful.
There you go. A former longtime Disney animator who worked in the Disney's Hollywood Studios animation building from 1989 to 2001 seemed to confirm that it would be the former animation studio and Star Wars Launch Bay shutting its doors rather than the beloved Muppet attraction. All right, let's hold there now, Marvin, because we saw concept art, and it seemed to indicate definitely that this was going to go where the Muppets were, and then voices sprang together to save the Muppets. Save the theater. It goes right in line with the movie, I believe, except this time Disney is the villain.
It's literally the plot of two Muppet movies. You have got the Muppets with Jason Segel and I believe it's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas Special. That's literally the plot. Evil corporation wants to tear down Muppet Theater. Muppets have to stop it. Bob Iger is Tex Richmond, the evil oil baron, and Miss Bitterman, the wealthy heiress from Very Merry Muppet Christmas movie. So, yes.
All right. So Marvin, it's going in the animation courtyard, we believe now. But that is going to be a heck of a change over there because there's there are other attractions in that same vicinity. How do you see this playing out? Are they just going to destroy the animation building itself, or are we going to see a full transformation of the entire courtyard?
Well, I think it's going to be a full transformation of the courtyard. I think you're going to keep the Little Mermaid Theater because we know that they're bringing a new show into there, but the entrance to that is out in front and off to the side. So I think that's pretty much safe. But once you go into Monstropolis, I think they're going to get rid of the launch bay. They'll get rid of some of the buildings behind it. I think they're also going to, you get rid of where the Disney Junior Live on Stage used to be because that's just a glorified dance hall now. So they just do dance parties in there. And you got a couple of, you got two gift shops that are rarely open and a character meet and greet with some Disney Junior favorites who can just easily be moved onto Hollywood Boulevard. I think it's a no-brainer. The launch bay has been essentially useless. It's been essentially useless and pointless since Galaxy's Edge opened up. Because maybe it's time now to just kind of have character meet and greets in Galaxy's Edge and say enough with sticking so strictly to this story. You want to meet Darth Vader? Sure, you can go meet Darth Vader over here. So I think it's infinitely better. Now, originally we had heard, Pro, that there were rumors that because there are executive offices back there, the executives didn't want to give up their offices. But apparently somebody above them was like, hey, maybe they told them, hey, we'll build your new offices.
Gotcha. Well, they have enjoyed those offices greatly, and yes, we've known about that for a while. I guess what I would be a little bit annoyed with when it comes to Disney, and this seems to be a recurring issue, is that they have all the land in the world they need to just
Oh
build
yeah.
this on expansion pads. Why are
Well,
they dead
not.
set on destroying stuff? I don't understand why we can't revivify the animation building into something better and interesting
Mhm.
and still put this in another spot. They have all kinds of land. They were just
Well,
bragging recently about how much land they had. They had enough for 7 full-blown theme parks still, and yet they just destroy stuff to stack something new on top of it.
Well, honestly, I mean, with everything they announced at D23, Monsters Incorporated, Villains Land, Cars Land, Encanto, the Central America, the Indiana Jones, you could have built a fifth gate from that.
Of
That alone.
course, no, you couldn't, because we have now confirmed that to Disney, the definition of a land is 2 attractions max and a lot of retail.
Yes, well, they love that retail. They love the retail.
But I'm just saying that the lands that they've done lately are all 1 ride, 2 ride. That's all. Make another land.
That's all,
So,
folks.
you know.
Nolan, Erika, any thoughts on the Monsters Inc. ride coming up? Given that they're going to destroy the animation building, that's a negative. That's space you could use. And by the way, it's interior space with air conditioning that you could use to put something else there, and then also have land for this. But given they're going to do this, seems to me to be overall a win that we are getting another coaster attraction at Hollywood Studios to increase the capacity of the park. What say both of you?
I think
As
it's
long as
better
Muppet
than
Vision is safe. Oh, go ahead, Erika.
it's just, yeah, it's better than replacing Muppet Vision. So, I mean, there's that. And I don't know, space seems kind of bigger to me. I don't know, it seems more fitting. I'm okay with it. I'm not upset about it at all. And to Marvin's point, maybe they'll bring some of those Star Wars meet and greets in Galaxy's Edge where they should be.
You could very easily create a Mandalorian and Grogu meet and greet location instead of just having him go out in the Wild West. You could even tie it into the story. Mando is putting together a bounty hunting team, and he's interviewing people, and you're going to go in there, and he's going to ask you questions.
There you go.
Easy.
I'd say
Nolan?
Well, the other thing to remember, the main reason we originally thought over there in Muppet Land is that those remnants of Streets of New York kind of go with that theme of the new stuff. But on the other hand, you have to remember that the difference in cost and complexity and time of building the name of the monsters town. It's all very flat.
Monstropolis.
It's all very flat. It's all very simple. This is not the kind of detailed streets either that New York streets were there, or that, for example, the French streets in the Harry Potter thing at Epic are. This is a lot of flat 2D animation style fronts. That's easy anywhere. That doesn't have to happen there.
It's going to look really cartoony. Like, that's how I envision it. Like Zootopia. Kind of like that.
Nolan, your thoughts on this?
I, for one, if Muppet Vision stays, am extremely happy because Muppet Vision 3D is a better experience than every single ride in the Magic Kingdom. That was Jim Henson's baby, and I will vouch for it being one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my life. The use of practical effects with visual effects in the screens is admirable, and it would be a great shame to this whole dang country to see the Muppets fall. So I am thrilled that hopefully it'll be staying. And I actually really want to follow up to something Marvin and Erika were talking about, how moving the meet and greets to Galaxy's Edge. I am all for it. Completely stands the story, because when I was on the field here a few weeks ago at Disney, I was just thinking about how lifeless Galaxy's Edge looks right now. If you did like a trend where take like 20 popular Star Wars characters in costume, keep cycling through them on random days, that way everyone on Instagram is starting like all these strategies of, hey, what's the number one day you can see Darth Vader? What's the number one day you can see Luke or Rey or whoever? It would actually, I think, be a huge draw that could make every Disney trip to Galaxy's Edge unique. So I think it could be a major win. I hate to see anything getting torn down for the sake of this, but if as long as it's not taking out a popular IP like the Muppets or Star Wars, I didn't agree with the decision. It's when they start jeopardizing popular brands and beloved attractions that I have a problem with it.
Well, you know, at
Yeah,
least for one day, we have saved the theater for the Muppets. We have stopped Disney from being Doc Hopper. They'll be back at it again. Don't worry.
No.
But you know, maybe this kind of
Cringe at
backlash
that.
can save Tom Sawyer Island. We shall see. Rivers of America, just as important. But
I'm picturing Bob Iger dancing around going, frog legs, frog legs.
Oh God.
About right.
I tell you an honest fear. If enough of this happens, the policy guys are going to win out over the PR guys, and they're just going to say something new is coming and put up a bunch of go away green walls, and we won't know they yanked out something we loved until it's already dead and buried.
Well, that's
You know,
what
fair
pretty much
strategy.
did with Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, folks,
And
want to
maybe we'll
apologize.
talk
We
about them.
intended to have Google Earth ready to go to show you what we were talking about while we were doing this topic. Unfortunately, there seems to be some sort of error with Google Earth. I don't know if it's with the whole service worldwide or if it's just me and my little impoverished computer here. Something going on. I don't know here at somewhere Sunny USA Studios, and we were unable to pull up the Google Earth stuff for you. Again, apologies on that. To Nolan's point about Galaxy's Edge, though, and what you could do with meet and greets, folks, you can know that Disney has absolutely no care in the world about making Hollywood Studios or the Disneyland expansion Galaxy's Edge popular, because if they wanted to, they could put a Luke Skywalker and Yoda meet and greet, put the two of them together, have somebody do the puppeteering on Yoda, and there would be a line to the entrance of the park. They don't do that because they refuse to do that, because they are captured ideologically. They are not captured by the desires of investors nor of those who attend their parks. And we've come to the end. Put another one in the can. It's a beautiful golden can. Best can ever, folks. But it's in there. Folks, if you would like to gain access to all of the pro shows as well as these videos, because normal videos you can watch anytime, pro show videos, they go into the archives after 4 or 5 days. If you'd like to gain access, consider clicking the join button. It's the price of a soda per month. Plus, you gain access to all kinds of other exclusive videos only members can see. Folks, we would certainly appreciate a like, a share, a subscribe, and heck, you might as well click it, stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below, let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, avoid the frog legs, and keep having fun.